For Christmas, her cousin called me outside, and he says to me, he says, now you seem like a good brother, and I just want you to know that my cousin is stubborn, and you're gonna have a hard time getting her to follow you. Now, he told me this. That was the going left moment for me. That was the crossroads.
Because you had never seen nobody even try to head off anything negative, or nobody was stepping up. So this one guy is, and this is what he's saying.
This is what he's saying. This is her cousin.
Okay.
Who's a preacher.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And a Mason. And a Q-Dog. So he is the one that told me to be careful what you choose at this point, because I see the quality of man you are, right? He was real about it. But in my mind, I'm thinking, man, whatever it is, we can work through it. That's the loyal man in me. That's the spiritual warrior in me. To say that whatever spirits come, I'm going to be able to handle them spirits and move them spirits out of our way so we can grow, right? But little did I knew that it was going to be like this. So we still got married 3 years after dating. We bought a house together, and she graduated from college. She went back, got her master's, right? I'm still in the school system. I'm coaching basketball. I'm starting motivational speaking career. We have our son, right? 3 months into us getting married, she got pregnant, right? So we had our son. We was moving hats really fast, right? We went from husband and wife to father and mother, right? While also balancing careers. But we did a pretty good job at that transitional period. Everything was still smooth at that time, right? So things didn't start getting rocky until my son turned 2. This was the second pivotal point, right? When my son turned 2, I came to my wife. I said, baby, we done switched hats fast. But now our son is 2. He's walking, he's potty trained, he can talk. Now we can start trusting some of our church members that live by us to babysit him.
The village.
For a couple hours, so we can start back dating again. We need to start back dating again and building up our romance again.
Because it was getting too monotonous at this point.
Yeah, we was just on the schedule of going to work, coming home, task, son, nurturing, raising him.
No time for y'all.
No time for just us to do our romantic stuff that we like to do. Because we like to drink wine and have conversation. You know what I'm saying? We like to laugh and talk and, you know, things like that. We used to write poetry, you know. We stopped doing that type of stuff together. So her response let me know that it was a spirit festering that was hidden from me. Because her response was, I ain't got time for that. I'm focused on my career and my son. I said, then our marriage is over.
My son.
That was the spirit.
Not y'all son.
My.
We hear that a lot.
Now mind you, at this time, we not beefing.
Yeah.
We going through natural, you know, relationship, marriage. We still.
You're navigating.
We still navigating, right? We still laying on the couch together. But when I say to you, we need to start working on our romance, this spirit come out. That let me know that it was something that was being hidden from me the whole time. It was something that was because you needed me. You see, that spirit needed me. Remember, when you have a spirit that seeks out good men to then have a child with that man and then take ownership of the seed of the man that come from a royal background, of kingdom builders. See, I come from a background of kingdom builders. So when we talk about spiritual wickedness being manifested through government entities,
you knew you was in trouble.
Yeah.
At that moment, when she said that, you knew you were in trouble.
And I knew what her cousin prepared me for. This was the spirit that he prepared me for. So we warriors in my family. We spiritual warriors. So I began to get on the hunt to figure out where is this spirit coming from. Now, mind you, at that moment, we still married and we still got the same schedule. We go Thanksgiving, Memphis, Christmas, we go to Michigan. So every Christmas, I'm hunting her family to see where these spirits come from. I'm getting more data, right?
So what ended up being the breaking point between y'all?
The breaking point came when her mother decided to move from Michigan to Nashville, Tennessee, and to move in our home. Now, how it was presented to me was that her mom fell at work and got injured, and she didn't have nowhere to live. So this was another plot, just like her mom and her plotted to bring me into their family to help solve her problems. Remember this. They plotted. So then they plotted on the back end to usher in the divorce and then the kidnapping of my son to break up the kingdom builder. Remember, I'm descendants of kingdom builders.
So how did they
move?
Kidnapping. How did this happen? What
So after 7 years of marriage, 3 years of in a relationship, so going on 11 years together. We come home, we always have conversations in our bedroom. Her mom's living with us at the time. My son, he's there. He's about, this is 2015, so he's 5 years old, right? And we having a discussion, and she tells me that she wants to get a separation, right? Now, prior to this, this comment of I want to get a separation, there wasn't nothing serious that we was going through that would make us have to get a divorce. It wasn't really nothing. That's how I know it was still spiritual stuff going on. Because we still kept our schedule. We still taught Vacation Bible School every year at the church, right? We still was participating in the church. We still was doing our responsibilities together, and everything was rolling smooth. So I knew it was a spiritual thing. So she told me she wanted to get a separation. I said, if we separate, we leaving room for other spirits to come in and separate us further. I don't think we should do that. But if you think we should do that, then we got to explain that to our son. So I called our son in the room. He came in. I told him, hey, son, me and your mom are going to get a separation. We're not going to be living in the same household anymore. He cried. As soon as he started crying, she walks out of the room, out of the bedroom, because we were upstairs in our bedroom. She walks out, right? I then hugged my son, and then I said, son, let's pray. Kneel down at the bed. He kneeled down with me. I held his hand, and we prayed. When I came out of the prayer with him, he began to dry up his tears, and the first thing he said was, well, Daddy, can we get a house down the street from this house so I can be close to both of you all? I said, yes, son, we're going to work on that, right? So I hear from downstairs her mom. She say, can little Nehemiah come downstairs and watch a movie? I made some popcorn. So I say, sure. I say, son, you want to watch a movie? He said, yeah, Dad. So I said, okay, I'm going to jump in the shower. So boom, I jump in the shower. I get out of the shower. Soon as my foot hit the floor, I hear my son say, where we going? So I throw on some clothes, run downstairs. I don't see my son or the mom. I open the front door. She pulling out of the driveway, done kidnapped my son. Done kidnapped my son. And then I'm calling her phone, my son's mother, she ain't answering the phone. 2 hours later, I get a call from the Nashville Police Department, and they say, is this Mr. Hardaway? I say, yes. They say, you got an order of protection that's been filed against you. There will be a unit there to come see you in the morning, and you're gonna have to get your items that you can get, and you're gonna have to leave in the morning when they come. I hang up. At that moment, bruh, the energy from that spirit had plotted on the kingdom builder bloodline.